well. I hope you are all enjoying your summer. It's very hot here, and as I am outside and it is very hot out and I have a planner in front of me and it is almost July, I'm willing to bet you can guess that it is officially time for One Book July. Again, already. It seems like it has been the longest, shortest year every year lately. Now I will start this out by saying today is Thursday. I flew on Tuesday, woke up Wednesday morning with no voice, so I know my voice is yucky. I really apologize for that. I wanted to get this recorded and posted yesterday, but I had no voice to speak of, to speak of. so I decided to wait until today. So let's talk about One Book July. Both Romany and Vicky have already posted their videos. I was traveling and did not get mine recorded before I left because we had high school graduation and all kinds of graduation party and blah blah blah. So but I'm not late because it's June 30th. That's the way I'm choosing to look at it. So this year Romany is going to take a break for this year. Not to worry, she's not going anywhere. She just has some stuff she needs to deal with. So Vicky and I are going to take the reins, and I know we're not, well, I can only speak for myself. I'm not speaking for Vicky, but I don't think we'll do as good of a job as Romany does, but that's just me. I don't think I'll do as good of a job as Romany does. Vicky will be fine. Vicky will be great. So if you're not familiar with One Book July, the first thing I would encourage you to do is if you go to the One Book July YouTube page, I will put a link down below for that. There is a playlist for every year. We've done different challenges every year. It started out as one book, one pen for 1 month. And it was just kind of a really nice way that the year was half over. Maybe there were things in your planning system that weren't working. Maybe you knew you needed to change but didn't know what to do. Maybe you really felt the need to simplify. And July was a nice time to do that. So it was one book, one pen for 1 month, and you used that one book and that one pen for everything for the month. Now we've been doing this for several years, and if you look at, I have playlists on my channel as well. Those are just my videos. The playlists on the One Book July channel are anybody who used the hashtag One Book July and then that particular year, or put that same phrase in the title of their video. They all filter into those playlists for each year. We've done projects, we've done, I can't even tell you. I've done several read-alongs. We've done bullet journal method. We did the real basic, just one book, one pen for 1 month, and how that went for everybody. So Vicky and I talked, and we thought maybe this year would be a good year to just kind of do a free-for-all. So I'm sorry, like I said, I'm outside, so there's insects. So we thought a free-for-all would be a good idea, meaning do what you want to do for One Book July. If you're feeling the need to scale back and simplify, go to one book, one pen for 1 month. You don't even have to make a big investment. You know, grab a spiral notebook or a composition book or something like that, and a pen, and maybe start over. If that is what you decide to do, maybe my videos will be helpful. The last several years I have done a read-along, and this year I chose not to because I really wanted to do, there's an ant creeping up. I don't think you guys can see him. Go on. This year I wanted to kind of do a deep dive into your planning system. And my original thought was, let's explore all different kinds of planning systems, right? And the more I thought about that, the more it didn't sit well with me. I really don't want to squish this little ant, but I really want to put my book down. I have tried a lot of planning systems, don't get me wrong, but even within those different systems, my system, the way I use those different systems, always defaults back to the same thing. It's the same system I've used for years, the same basic framework. Now I have tweaked, I have added, I have taken out, inserts. As far as changing inserts, I'm not even necessarily talking about inserts or what those inserts look like, or the format, whether you're in rings or strings or a bound book or some combination thereof. I just mean the system itself. I thought rather than me trying to encapsulate like as many planning systems as possible as I could during the month, I thought maybe it would be a better idea to talk about the system that I know best, which is mine, right? I know my system best. So I'm hoping that what will happen is I'm going to go through my system all the way, every single thing I use. That's what I'm going to do for the month. And hopefully, regardless of what format or system you're in, there will be some things that you can take away from that that will maybe help you. I just didn't feel right talking about systems that I knew I wasn't very well educated in. I know I'm educated in my system, so I'm going to talk about what I know. So regardless of the book I'm in, regardless of the format, regardless of the size, regardless of the type of planning I'm doing, I always default to the same system. It has several pieces. I always have yearly, monthly, weekly, daily projects. And then there are things added into that, like finances. Well, finances get incorporated into they're a yearly thing, but they fall into the monthly and they fall into the weekly. How things flow into and out of my planner. The idea that I want my planner sections to communicate with each other as seamlessly as possible. That helps me remember to do things without having to constantly rewrite them. And that specific example applies really to projects, and I'll talk about that. So for the month, I'm going to do a deep dive into my system, and hopefully maybe some of you will want to join me and maybe show us a deep dive into your system. I also include digital stuff. My watch plays a big part in my system. My phone plays a big part in my system. That's a lot of quick capture stuff, especially grocery list stuff and on the fly, like ideas. That all goes into there. So what I'm going to do throughout the month is we will go through this, and I will show you what I have going on in here. And it's the same thing I would have going on in my personal rings. I was in personal rings for the beginning of this year I was in it from last October until the middle of March or beginning of March, something like that this year. And then I've been in this since March. So the setup is still exactly the same. Yes, it looks different, right? It's physically different, but the order of information, the order of the inserts, and the way I use them, it's exactly the same. It's always the same no matter what planner I'm using. And then I thought we could also talk about like planner mechanics, like how can you make your planner work for you so that you aren't working for it, because this thing should definitely work for you. It shouldn't be the other way around. So what I think we'll do is, I was thinking maybe I would start with maybe my yearly stuff and my monthly stuff, and then we'd talk about the weekly stuff, and then we could talk about the daily stuff, and then the projects, and how it all kind of flows together. Okay, so I hope you'll join me. I'm going to put links to every single thing that pertains to One Book July down below. There will probably be quite a few links, but if you decide you're going to share any pictures, like on Instagram or Twitter or wherever, if you're going to share a blog post, if you're going to post a video, wherever, whether here on YouTube or again Instagram or wherever, if you use the hashtag OneBookJuly2022, it will show up when others search for it. So please do. I spend a lot of time in July just watching other people's One Book July videos. I love that we kind of get this dearth of setups in July, and I always take something away from it. Even if somebody is using something completely different, if they use their planner in a completely different way than I do, I still learn things all the time. Regardless of the differences, there are so many similarities and so many interesting ways of thinking. Go away, fly. So I hope you will join us. I hope that this explains what I'm doing. So let's talk planning systems this month. Let's talk about a system, at least the one that I know. I hope you will join us, and I will talk to you all soon. I do not plan on sticking to any particular schedule as if, I'm going to post a video every Monday, or I'm going to post. I don't know that I'll get this into like 4 videos. It might be more. So I'm just going to post them as I get them recorded. So I hope you'll join us. Thank you so much if you are joining us. Thank you for all of you who have been asking, hey, what's going on for One Book July? I love seeing everybody get as excited about this as I do. I really do. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.